Good morning, guys. Hope you're well. Let me see if I could find a link to share. Share, okay. There you go. 1 minute. Okay, welcome. Let's just have a look at gold and see what we got. Let's see. Look like I got to break even before I move up. By the looks of it, yeah. Okay, let's check my. Right now, looks like this bar bridge offside. Okay. We got 4 hour bridge offside. Let's clear all this. Good afternoon, bro. Sorry, a bit late today for the live session. Can you hear me okay? So just doing the analyze again since the 4 hours break to the offside. Rwanda did have a break to the offside either. Yeah, Rwanda had a break to the offside too. Okay, awesome. I'll mainly look at Saxo's chart. So what we got then? Daily still bare. No fresh level here. Fresh level in there. So why I think price is gonna go for this high is because it took yesterday high. If you look, let's get rid of this indicator. Which one is it? So you guys caught anything this morning? Caught any pair, any trade in London? Let's see if we can catch any trade in London or good old Casper trader. So we took previous high, previous low here, right? It should have been this really, but that's a daily low. Previous day low, and then price come up. And it's not this because this happened on Sunday, Monday, got on here. So that was Monday low. This is the start weekly open. So we still got a weekly open. I haven't really done anything yet. Weekly open price, where's it from? Okay. And I'm thinking price will take this Asia high and this London high as well as this Asia high back here. And that means they will take out Friday high and Monday high. That's my expectation. What I think will happen. Whether it take up here or not, we'll see. There's some more liquidity here as well. opening. London too. Nice area in here. Alright, let's go to cycle. We've got daily bear, which I believe is going to be pulled after today, which is a pullback to the weekly. Well, it hasn't happened yet, gotta wait for the candle close. The weekly is bear from here. I'm not gonna mark it, I have too much box, we can see from there. So in terms of 4 hour, we got recently 4 hour break to the upside. We got a break up 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So did we let's see. Did we have any continuous break on the 1 hour? No. Oh, we did. Okay. Okay. So there's a setup in. So that would have been we just missed either continuous break to the upside, and we just missed a plus setup by looks of it. It would have been M50. Could M5 play out first? So M5 here. Okay, we just missed it. How long? 5 minutes ago. Let's see M15. Break. Okay. That would have been 70 pips. Low risk setup. Target would have been up here. Alright, we just wait for our next setup. See if we'll H4 to the upside. New H1 breakout to the upside. And that's H1. Then we got look like an M15 setup. It was an M5, but then M15 also break. So and then it didn't really give enough pullback. It just went from here. So that is what I call A plus setup. You got H4 and H1, both in line, both on one direction. This is what you call a phase 1 setup. Okay, and looks like it's gonna take this out first, like I suggested when we first started. Yeah, that's what you're taking out. So have a little pullback here before it probably continues to take the rest of them out like this and this. So this was in London, also Asia. So we had an Asia level that hold quite strong last few days. So let's see whether it will continue to hold that. That level is here. This level. So Asia made a move, come back, Asian do another move, come back, Asia to move, so just mitigate from that Asia to this Asia, that Asia. And now we just talking about that, and it did do a little pullback as I suggested. How many pip did it come back? But it pipped, not enough for me. There's no sign for me to tell me that it's gonna sell yet. I'm gonna wait for setup. And the setup will be low top range setup. And at the moment, no pullback at all, even M1. This run here had low traffic, so price could come down here before. That's another 50 pip before we start pulling back. But that's something that I see from experience, but I'm not going to take that. Reason being, it's not a setup. It's just something that I've noticed guys do. There's low traffic all the way down to here, apart from might be a little reaction here. Let's see if it does actually come down there. So what's happened now is price took that liquidity, as I suggest from here. Gave a pullback, which is wow, with 50 pips. Pullback. But there's no setup form yet. If we want to be consistent. We're gonna follow our rules. What's our day today? Yeah, looks like London. Let's see what London's been doing. Oh, I done a big move in the morning. Yeah, look, they don't do that. They tend to have a move at the first 1 or 1.5 hours into after the session start. Then it will be go sideways for a bit. It look like on a lower time frame. Manipulate here. So that's accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and then do the same again. So that's it. That's low time frame power 3 played out there. But it had a big run from London 08 to over 300 pip, 320 pip by looks of 310 pips. Asia did the same, but obviously downward selling from what 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Start from 2:30. Asia done 320, over 300 pips. So we had 300, 300, 600. Let's see what New York say now. Did it come down to there or did it pull back? Not quite reach my mark zone. And might still come down though. Because I want to see it give me a pullback. I want to put this level, give me a pullback. Okay. I want to put it this level. Then at least we got something to look at and play with now. Still think price is going to go higher. Still think it's going to take daily breakout. Where there? It already has. Took daily high. That's a no, daily high for Mondays here. This one here. So I don't think it's quite took that out yet, has it? Let's have a look. Took out London high, but yes, it took daily high as well. So that's already taken out. To be fair, for any risky trader that they could have just sold it after the touch, but that's quite risky. And there's no confirmation to it, But you could have got after that touch there, 49, 45, 40 pips. That's not something I want to do. I did expect some kind of reaction. So that's taken out. So next one will be here, which is Asia high and also Friday high. Friday first Thursday high. Friday high. See, that's taken. This is Friday and Thursday. Wednesday, Friday. Okay, that counts Friday. Where's Monday? Monday's here. Okay. Let's see if we can find any good zone to trade from. None of this is kind of like fresh, apart from this one here. That's the range for the 4 hour. This is the range into there. This part's going to tell us where we're going to go up, bear, bull, because we're at the highs of the previous run now. So we're here now, we're of the third leg. So maybe take this out into this area, then come down if you want to continue sell with the weekly and the daily. The daily. So daily would have to reject off that and close below this to remain bear. If it close above this, it's bullish. So any news today? I don't think there's any news today. Let's have a look. Wednesday. Today's Wednesday? No, today's Thursday. CAD, okay. CAD does have some kind of 130. Oh, that's gone. Is it 130? What time is it now? 140. Oh, okay, 143. So I said CAD would have some kind of little movement to gold. It's a bit correlated. Okay, that's gone. There's no more news for now. Let's patient wait for a setup then. This is one festival here. Let's see, we got any low time frame scalps on that we can play with. 30 pip scalp while we wait for setup to form. 1, 2. This one. Tap. Okay. This EFEG is quite good. To be fair. Also FU candle. We break above that, so expect price to go higher from there. If not, I'd do some kind of reaction anyway. We've got M1's gonna bear breakout. Okay. In terms of price action, might have a scalp sell here. We got the reject. Okay. But it's only gonna be the next roadblock is 20 pips, not worth it. I prefer this one now. So how long? 40 minutes, 40 seconds. Let me see. Let's see. How can I get it? How can I get it? I wanted 2 to 1. I don't think it give me a pullback, but if it does, I would like it to come enter here. Enter right here for 2 to 1. I want to enter there for 2 to 1. Just see if this is a slow time frame. Let's see if you can do that. 2 to 1. Really, safe stop loss will be up here, but then it's not. Won't get much value. So I'm gonna go sell now. Just real quick. See if we can get a quick scalp. If not, just from reading, it's only M1PA price action, but not ideal. But let's see. So what we've got is this here. Oh, did they do an M5? Got M5. Okay, got M5 resistant. Did it do M15? No, M15 not closed yet. Okay, so ideally I wanted to candle close before I do it because so I'll enter to be early there. Never mind, let's see, okay. F5. I want this candle close a bit further down and below this wick to give it some kind of okay, that's not bad. Need that 5 minutes close below that wick to show me that it will continues. Okay, M1. Did it react off this? Is it gonna react off this? No, not yet. Okay. Let's see then. Stop loss. TP. It's not something I normally go for. This setup, just reading PA. For a second, I think this might come down, but it's really you want to buy, and I don't know what I'm selling now. Well, I know what I'm selling, just reading PA, but really I should be buying. But it's a small scalp and tight stop loss, but let's see. Right now, 5 minute didn't close underneath, don't look good. 5 minute didn't close underneath, did it? No, don't look good, so it's hoping it close underneath. Let's see. No. That's what I was hoping for, but I didn't check the 15. The 50 didn't close as resistant. If it closes as resistant, it was more likely to drop on me. So this is not going to play out too nice, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, let's next candle minute close. M5. Where's the M5 candle? Minute left. That's too long. Too long. Eject. No, it should be. That would be your ideal stop loss above the original breakout. But I'm just a bit tight with I don't know. Shouldn't give it a bit of breather. Did anyone catch a little trade in London? Let's look at London, see what we could have put in London. Okay, we had a H4 down, some kind of setup here. We've marked that, let's mark that. So, where's that? H4 break to the downside. Not really much setup. Pull back. See that. No way there. H1 up. Let's get rid of this. No, that's gone. Okay. So London was by breakout from here on H1, which is the pullback to H4. How long's the range? So let's mark it. recent breakout. This is in London. We talk about currency. Then so we had 17 to 2600 pips. Okay, that's playable. That's playable. 15. I'll pull back on 15. Look at M5 recheck VR. M5 pull back. Roll block. This roll block. This value based value I would have marked this, but why it didn't come down to that? Well, it did, but that candle would be too big. This would be a candle mark. Because that didn't take the previous low. But let's see we can reframe it. No. Oh, this EF. Okay. This EF look okay as well. Doing the breakout. One, two. Okay. So we had an M5 setup after the 1 hour breakout to the upside, which is after this line. We got a pullback, got confirmation, tap into this EF. So, or even like normally on M5, M1, enter candle close, stop loss below there, and probably 2 to 1. You get 2 to 1, yeah. Before is the actual pullback, which what level would it was well, your first TP would have been a H4 zone and 5 fresh level, which would be here. Bless me, Alhamdulillah. We'll do a first TP 145. Okay, look nice gold. I'm gonna close some two trade now. It's just a scout with no matter we move break even. Well, no, not yet. 20 pips, 20 to 30 pips. So go down the right, quick little scout. You see an M5, not quite hit TP, but we had 1 to 1. See that? That went above my high, but I did not got stopped out. My stop loss was a bit higher than that. So because you would hear it, mine was above this high here. So I moved that long, by the way. I didn't get stopped out in that. I marked this wrong. It should have been above this high. And if you see, it wasn't top out. So I closed 3 setup. Yeah. Normally, okay, then TP. Why am I TP on 39? What's this? 41. Okay. I got a bit greedy there. I'm gonna close that now. Also, 2 to 1 and close 3 at 1 to 1. Just for a quick scalp. Just reading price action. Did anyone got in on that? No one? Anyone got in on that? Let's see my. That's the second trade of my. Okay, not too bad. I think price gonna come down even more. So M5 should break the downside now. We have that. Maybe M15 too. No, not yet. M15 not yet. F5, so F5 break the downside. F15 there. We are at this roadblock now where I said, well, F5, yeah. So price might drop back a bit now. Let's get rid of this. That's not a bad first setup. for M1 PA. Hope you got that, brother. If you becoming okay, the stream is lower than recommended rate. Okay. That's all. Now we wait and see if we can get a. If that was M5 pullback, which that will close in 42 seconds, we check on M15, which is the breakout here, is already tapped into a roadblock. Unless you get a high, maybe a high risk buy, but RSI is not quite underneath 20 yet. We tap into the area that I suggest that might give a little pushback. Had this drawdown and it took me out, but it didn't. So now what I think might happen, this M1, yeah, so might come down more. Hopefully give us a, there you go, give us a below 20 RSI, and which it has. Now we see we get M1 break the upside. I can look for a scalp buy, and my TP would be, yeah, fresh M5 zone, because this is small time frame setup. So I mean, like, hasn't really give us after this H4. What time is it? 2 o'clock now. New candle open. After this hasn't. This is a H4 breakout. H1 breakout. So it's not fresh. This H1 breakout as well. Keep that in mind. So price gone deeper than I expected. Let's see here then. Let's see. This is why CMP is really crucial. You look at prices, you know. We mark a zone there, but if it doesn't give us a setup, we're not going to go in until it gives a setup. Oh, okay. Oh. I could get a little scalping for 20 pip here because I know this zone will do a little bounce, but I'm not gonna. That's something I used to do before. Like, I know my zone's gonna be good. I'm gonna get in scalp, and like most time it does work. To be fair, but now I wanna, because I'm trading my this prop account with you guys live every day, so I want to make sure I want to show that I pass it. Just give me a second, guys. Got a phone call. I'll be back in 1 minute. Hello. Okay, I'm back. 1 minute. Make sure. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. 1 minute. Okay. So we got bit of reaction there. Did it give you 20 pips if you enter the worst case scenario? 38. So we got bit of reaction there. Did it give you 20 pips? 38. 38 what? 38, 31. Yeah, 20 pips. I would have got it. Look like F15 put it to a downside as well. See, even though we mark a zone, there's no setup yet. Oh, that's M5. Where's M15? Not yet. 90. Okay. I think it's. Let's see. Give us a high risk setup here would be nice. M5 is below 80. So we get M1 buy. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. So that sell went down even further than it did. We had a. Where do we have a sell from? Reject. Okay. We enter. Mark my 2 to 1. So that was the wrong way. So first setup in the morning, just above the high, 2 to 1. I had it at 39. So my entry. Somewhere like there. Where my stop loss? What is it? Let's click on here. How do you get detail information? So the stop loss was what is it? Look like M15 is gonna break to the downside. We're still quite long. 8 minutes left to go. Huh? Where is it here? It doesn't say. Okay. Let's be clear. So that was our 2 to 1. This price come down here. But I had mine at 39, so we'll close it around here. So first setup was, we were really close to stop loss though. I didn't even notice myself, because I think we were analysing London, what setup we could do in London. Did I finish analysing London? I'm not really sure. F5, no reject pullback, no setup on L1. See, when it does this on the market, you can't really get in, you know. This you could get it because you don't have reject VR. You got reject, that's a VR. Price come back, reject that up VR with this wick and then put it to a downside. That's the reason why I bought. That's the price action I'm talking about. Like, this is like, yeah. So we got M5 bit offside. Why M5? Because we had an M1 VR. So whatever time frame VR is high time setup. And then we got price, that's a VR. Come back to the VR, reject it with a wick. Yeah. and then also break the downside. So that's for me show like tell that price want to drop. So some price action that and then and could enter on a kind of close, but because my roadblock was quite close, which was here, I marked this roadblock here. I used my fib to move it to retrace back to get to make sure that I get 2 to 1 to here because you want a 2 to 1 ideally. And so I enter on here somewhere, which price did come back even further, quite near to the high, this high here, which is near the stop loss. Not quite hit my stop loss, and then it gave us 2 to 1. So, but that's the setup. It's basically called reject VR. So it's like a reject of the pullback. You had a pullback area, went there, reject off there, goes below. So that you can get in, but here it's hard to get in here. I mean, like I know I marked the zone and you could scalp there, but like 20 whatever, but it's low time frame, so it's not really a good setup. So you couldn't get in here unless you're probably dealing with like second, 5 second, 15 minutes, but I don't go that low. So even though you had this big one here, which was quite big to be fair, over 100 pips, we couldn't get in. There's no price action to inform us that what I mean. We could have got in, but nevertheless, this like all you need is 1 or 2 satellites a day, 2%. So another 2% onto the pot firm. Let's just wait. So did we finish analyzing London? I'm not sure. I saw the drop and then I'm like, okay. I was close my trade. Oh yeah, we did M5 setup. So we had an M5 setup. Yeah. After the H1 break to the upside, this where the H1 break up. This candle close. M5 pullback. M1 confirmation. Enter candle close. And our first TP would be fresh level M5 would be there. And then ideally when I go 2 to 1. Ideally that should be normally behind the wick, but you want breathing space would be underneath this zone that we marked that engulfing the AF zone. But if we did put it here, that's like over 2 to 1 there already. That would be the only morning setup that I could have found. I mean, to be honest, like look like there's a VR reject VR in here somewhere. So if you see you got M5 breakout to the downside here, another roadblock here, just as similar to this similar setup we just took. So you got M5 breakout here, M5 breakout here, roadblock here, roadblock here, and then in here, let's go M1. It would have kind of like a reject VR setup, some sort of price action. So let's have a look. So your first VRs here. Price come back to your VR. This is not a reject VR. This is a VR. And you enter on a candle close, and you put your stop loss above here. That would you could have got stopped out. But then it would have gave you a reject VR. Price come to the zone, reject off here, and then you break out the downside. But like I said, mentioned earlier, if normally you have a stop above a high, you got a breathing space, and that would ideally be. And like this year, my setup, I didn't do that only because my stop loss, I said it should be above the high I mentioned during the trade. Because you give you breathing space. I mean, you break that high, then you're wrong altogether. Only because this, if I wanted 2 to 1, it's gonna have to be tight stop loss, which is not ideal sometimes, but you play out this time. Sometimes like it's ideal. So we remarked it. We got that, didn't we? So you play out how just as I wanted. I got that and I got that, and then that's a third leg. But then all this movement after is continuing to break out to the downside, but there's no setup, there's no pullback and then confirmation setup. So that's why I did not take any of this move. So now we just wait. So we wait for a certain kind of close. M30. Okay, so M50 might be closing bearish in a few minutes. 1 minute or so. Let's see, reject off here. Maybe the reject from there, it would give us a M1 breakout because the price had to come back this way, right? Because if we reject that, it had to come that way, and then that would have break out that. That would be high risk setup. That's not at 50. So I got this right. So now just wait. It's game of just wait around really. I don't know who's watching on live. I don't know if any of you caught that sell with myself. You know, you catch that sell. So the price does that. We have a high risk setup, and M50, but M15 has to close above this zone. We've got 3 seconds left. So it don't look like it. So that now, obviously, oh, okay, it did now. It just jumped back up in the last second. Okay. So now we gotta see if this breakout to the upside, F5 forms support. Okay. F15, new candle open. This is candle close. Not quite at this is not quite below there, below what I call 20% at RSI. I want to see that close above that too, and then this candle break that. Okay. No breakout yet, no confirmation yet. What's the M30? So we checked out the M30, but we're still on it. So it looks like New York is gonna give a pullback to London Valley. H1 to the downside, but we had H4 bullish from here. So we could get a pullback H1 and then into, let's get rid of all this. On the setup now, and those who haven't seen the setup, have to rewatch the video and see why we got to sell earlier. So this is all still relevant for now. F5 there was support. We need that break to that side. Okay. We don't need to mark that, we can see that. Okay, we don't do it. See if it goes above it or not. This is a new fresh level here. So this is the range for that M1. Okay, we got CF and M1. Do I want to buy it? Possible, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna. It's not A plus setup, you know. Wow, it's a high risk A plus setup. You got H4, H1. Reject of that. No support. Let's see, give us support. That doesn't feel a minute. That gives us support. You know what? Let's see. So that's the 2 to 1. Where's my TP level? This M5, I want to wait for this kind of close first. If it's form of resistance, then it's not good to me. Yeah, it's not good to me. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left. This range still not broken. Look at M5. Let's see what M5 does. It looked like it takes sweep this low and could go up into like that could be your good behind a bigger structure. Sweep the low, take the high, and if you can do. I didn't take that buy because there's too much level, resistant level. You got this engulfing that break this level, that level. We're quite close to it. Yeah, it's a tap here and then come down already, but you got this level here, there's as well. And it's high risk and it's not underneath 20%, so that's why I didn't take that trade. Looked at trade and then the 15 hasn't formed, hasn't closed as a support yet. I got 8 minutes if it does close as a support. So there's sometimes there's set of form. You have to just look and see whether you got enough confluence to give it a high possibility setup. I don't like when you take an entry and price is going sideways, especially when you're trading outside the session. It just goes sideways. So it's more like damage your psychology more than anything. And now we're into 230, 220, 230. We should have. Has it changed now to 130? Because the equity market will come in at 230, so it might get a little push here. Reject. VR. So M5 is to the downside, yeah. Okay. M15 to the upside. M5 downside. This one not close yet, so M1. Reject VR. Reject. VR. Didn't close above, need to close above that. If it close above that, we have. It's not, still not. This looks like it's gonna buy into a price action, but I want that to become a support. And this last range not broken yet. Still just struggling trying to figure out what I want to do. So it took previous day low and previous day high. So it's now right now it's quite undecided what I want to do. Took the previous low here, and then we took the previous day high here. So now where would it go to? Personally, I think where there. H4 breakout. We'd like to see M15, M30 give a pullback to the H4 breakout. But this breakout is not the best breakout either. What's H1 breakout? H1 breakout is here, which is a good breakout. Hence why you got this one anyway, but it's not fresh no more. Got EG breakout here, but that's why I had this. Don't need that no more. So we marked the breakout. No EFBG on M30. EFBG here. Not a good breakout either. H1 breakout. H4 breakout. Okay, I was gonna wait till this nearest zone and level to tap to see what I want to do. So eventually went took that buy, did it? Still sideways though, still like. So that was a high risk setup, but it was underneath 20, and then that gives you a reject VR setup. But like I said, it just prices looked tacky. It didn't break this high, wasn't 20. Then I formed over, was just not support on M15. 3 minutes left. Things like that. When you're trading, after you trade so long, set a form, you kind of understand if it's going to be a good setup or not. So, and it might still play out, but look at all this time I've been sitting here. Just first time we will play my psychology. Where this one, even though it give me a bit of drawdown, we're going to enter. Do was the reject VR here. Enter when price come to here. I'll bring that enter there. So you got 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute. Nearly draw down and 5, then after that it come down. That's you want that kind of set. You want like if you enter an M1, M5 anyway, you wanna prices just come down more or less, hit your TP within 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You don't want all this sideways. Okay, so I think I might call it a wrap. Let's see, M15, 2 minutes. Overall, I'm a bit right now. I mean, H4 is bull. Daily is bear, but if we close above this, then it might have to turn bull tonight. The only reason I'm a bit undecisive is because it took the previous day low and the previous day high, took this low and it took this high. So I'm undecided where we go now. So all I'm doing, I mean, normally I have like a, but in a weekly, don't get me wrong, in a weekly I'm still looking for this level down here to be tapped. Because if we follow the weekly, then this is the next level that I'm looking for it to be tapped to continue. But that's high time frame. But in terms of like intraday now, normally I have a intraday target. Like like when we come in, right, I said this too was the target. because we took previous day low, and I'm looking at it. I marked that earlier, and then we did have that, but I mean, obviously it was too late into the move. I was here anyway, so and then obviously it gave us a after a tap there, the high the previous day high, yesterday high, it was a M1 reject pullback setup, so we took that. But now I'm in undecisive where we look to draw to. So all I can do now is probably mark my scalping zone and no, it's not. And wait for see and for cycle, wait for cycle, see if there's cycle form out. But I don't think not sure I'll be trading anymore today now. This is like what all you want to do is to 1 or 2 trade a day, 2% or whatnot, and you're happy. Not all this, you know, keep going in and out of the market. You make a bit of profit, get you back, make a bit of profit, get you back. You don't want to do that. You only want to be doing an A+ setup and just keep building your 1%, 2%, 1%, 2%, and at the end of the month, week, whenever your payout day is for your account, you'll be happy with it. You don't want to be in and out, in and out. So yeah, that's a nice little jump. So yeah, just sorry, still haven't put this high yet. This is the leg, yeah. We're talking about M1 leg, like we're scalping, so we're looking at a small time frame. M15 is still bullish. So yeah, the price is at the low now. So is there any engulfing candle? FEG. So yeah, okay guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't. What's my next target? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I like to see it take out this high, but it was always took out a Tuesday high, so and the H4 breakout. I want to see a bit of pullback to it in terms of like H1 break to the downside, M4 break to the downside. We only got M15, and with the M15, with the range of the H4 breakout, we're still not below 50 or a better value. So I got this line mark, and that zone mark. So let's see what price we're gonna get there. But I don't think I'm not sure I'm about to catch that. So I'm gonna be off chart for a bit now. Okay, I hope that helps. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. And hopefully, sorry about today, a bit late. I overslept. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.